Yeah, yesterday. No, because I'm coming out and for 1 minute. I'll shut it when I come back. Hi, Dwayne. We start soon. 2 minutes. Check, 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 check. 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 Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We'll start in 30 seconds. Okay. We'll start in 30 seconds. Okay. We'll start in 30. Okay. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? All right. Let's mute that so that I don't have feedback. Okay. And can you still hear me? Can you still hear? Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to start then. Here we go. With no further ado, ladies and jellyfish. Here we go. Ready? Uh-oh. It's not showing my screen. Wait a minute. There we go. That should work. No? All right. Do you see? Okay, there you go. You're seeing that now. And now you see me? Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to guess that everything is working out there in in workshop land. If you can see and hear me, please type yes in the chat box, and that'll let me know that we're ready to rock and roll. I think we are. All right. Yes. Okay, well then we're going to start. Here we go. Theme music. Cue the theme music. Welcome to the Working Smarter for Mac Users 1-hour live workshop. My name is Bob, Dr. Mac LeVitus, and I show Mac users how to do more work in less time so they have more time for the things they love. That's it. That's what I do. Here's my promise to you. In this 1-hour workshop, I'm going to show you 3 simple working smarter techniques, 3 techniques that are going to save you at least 15 minutes, probably more, every day for the rest of your life. Absolutely free. Why? Because it's what I do. All right. So I'm going to save you 15 minutes or more. And I'm going to do it every day for the rest of your life if you just follow the simple directions you're going to hear in the next 30 minutes. Okay? Now, let me tell you a little about working smarter. It's not like anything I've ever done before. For one thing, I am the boss. I own it. I'm the solopreneur. I don't have a publisher. I don't have a distributor. I don't have any of that stuff. I'm the only one here. And the other thing is it's an ebook and a course and a website and a community. It's a lot of things, not just any one thing. It's more of a philosophy than anything else. But here's the thing. It's unlike anything I've ever done before, and I guarantee you I can help you finish almost any task on your Mac better, faster, or more elegantly, and I can save you countless wasted hours. Now, at this point, you might be wondering, is working smarter for me? And regardless of your skill level, working smarter is for Mac users with any skill level. Anybody that wants to be more efficient, anybody that wants to manage their time and activities better, anybody that wants to procrastinate less can benefit from working smarter. If you make your living sitting in front of a Mac, I guarantee 100% you will benefit from working smarter, and you'll learn to do more work in less time, and you'll have more time for things you love. So there's three kind of parts or facets or legs in the case of this stool to working smarter. It's a system, and it tackles all three components of productivity: efficiency, time management, which is really activity management, and banishing procrastination. And the result is that you're going to become a raging thunder lizard of productivity. You're going to work fewer hours, and you're going to do more work in less time than ever before. So let me tell you what it was like in the old days. I never missed a deadline, but I struggled every day. By the mid-90s, I had sold a few books. Some of you may remember Stupid Mac Tricks, which begat Stupid Mac Tricks, son of Stupid Mac Tricks, Stupid PC Tricks, Stupid Windows Tricks, Stupid Beyond Belief PC Tricks, a whole family of stupid books. I've also written a lot of dummies books. But the one thing they all have in common is they're all about the Mac, and most of them are about getting more work done in less time. So in the old days, I would work from, I would say, whenever I woke up until midnight, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. But I worked from when I got out of bed until I went back to bed. I seemed to work 16 or 18 hours every day, and I never managed to get ahead. I always had a million things that I didn't do today that I should have done. I didn't miss deadlines, but I didn't make a lot of progress in anything else. And then, about 20 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to read this book. He said, "I think you have this ADD thing. You should read this book." So I read this book, and sure enough, I have ADD. Not only do I have it, my shrink, when I got diagnosed, my shrink, I said, "Do I have it?" And he said, "Not only do you have it in abundance. You could be the poster child for adult ADD." I thought it was pretty funny, poster child for adult ADD. Anyway, so once I found this out, here's the thing. I became obsessed. I had always been concerned with working efficiently at my Mac, but after this, I became obsessed with productivity. I became obsessed with learning how not to lose part of my day to procrastination every day. And so I developed a bunch of, well, I'm going to tell you all about it soon. Let me just ask you a question for now. What is your biggest frustration? Now, I can't see what you're typing in the chat box while I'm running the show, so just type it in there, and at the next break, I'll take a look, and if you've got anything typed in there, we'll address it when I stop to catch up, okay? So here's my question for you. What's your biggest frustration? What frustrates you when you sit in front of your Mac? So is it, not knowing what program to open? Is it not knowing what task to tackle next? Is it that you watch cat videos when you should be working? Tell me. Type it in there. So, oh yeah, one more thing before we move on. I'm going to show you some cool stuff. that will definitely help you do more work in less time. But I want you to know you're going to miss out on the best deal if you leave early. Now, here's the thing. You'll miss out on some clever wordplay, a couple of good jokes, a pun or two, and the best deal I'm going to offer anywhere, anytime on my online course and ebook. And the workshop is going to be available for replay, but the replay will not include the offer. So stay till the end or you'll miss out. And now let's move on to Working Smarter technique number 1, which I call snippets and why they rock. So here's the thing. A snippet is a small abbreviation, let's call it, that when you type it, replaces itself with something longer. Examples are things like your email address, your telephone number, your snail mail address. Those are all things that require multiple keystrokes and are easy to get wrong. So snippets are done by your computer, so they're easier, they're faster, they're more accurate than typing. So everything that you type more than a few times a day, your email addresses, your home and work addresses, your signature line, the way that you end every email to everybody, you know, very truly yours, your very good friend Bob, whatever it is, you can make a snippet out of it, and it will type faster. You'll type it faster. Your computer can type it faster and easier and more accurately than you can. I'm telling you that snippets save you. I'm going to prove it in a second, but snippets save you time and effort, and a lot of it, and they prevent embarrassing typos. There's nothing worse than giving somebody, sending somebody your phone number in an email and getting it wrong because you fumble fingered it. All right, now snippets work on the first leg of the equation, the first leg of the Working Smarter chair, if you will. Improve your efficiency. This makes you do something that you already do, which is type, just makes it better, faster, and more elegant. So that's what a snippet kind of is. Let me show you how to make one for free with nothing more than Mac OS. Okay, ready? Here you go. So first things first, launch System Preferences and click on the keyboard icon, highlighted here on the screen. All right, and then when you get to the keyboard System Preference pane, the first thing you're going to do is click the Text tab at the top there. Then the next thing is click the little plus at the bottom. Now you're ready to add a snippet and its replacement. So it says replace, and you see those little short things on the left, and then on the right are the longer things that get replaced with it. In this case, I'm going to use my email address, and the snippet is going to be here, BW for Bob at WorkingSmarterForMacUsers.com. And the expansion, of course, is Bob at WorkingSmarterForMacUsers.com. So here's how it works now in everyday life. When you're using your Mac, no matter what program you're in, if you type the snippet like this, when you type a spacebar, when you press the spacebar or you type any punctuation mark, this is what happens. It expands instantly into the longer thing. In this case, it's, I don't know, 40-some characters, 30, 40 characters. It would take me a minute to type that. It takes 2 seconds to expand it. So I showed you how to do this using nothing more than Mac OS X. I'm using High Sierra, but that would work in Sierra and probably El Capitan, and I don't know. It's been around for a while, but I don't really use the built-in one. I use something called Text Expander. It's about $4 a month, I think, for a Text Expander subscription that works on all your devices. So you have the same snippets on your Mac, your PC, your Windows box, whatever, your Android, your iPhone. I don't know about Android, but iPhone for sure. Anyway, so check this out. I use Text Expander, and in 4 months, Text Expander has saved me 12.08 hours. Can you believe that? Look at that. 12.08 hours. That's like 3 hours a month. So if my time is worth, say, $150 an hour, $150 an hour, Text Expander saved me $1,800 in the last 4 months. $1,800 worth of time. So which way do you want to do it? Here's the thing. You can do it the old way, the slow way, by typing everything out longhand, or you can make snippets part of your arsenal and save yourself, 3 hours a month. Which way do you want to do it? Type it in the chat box. I'm going to come back and talk about this. So do you want to do it the easy way or the hard way? I want you to type it in, yes or no, easy or hard. All right? And then I'm going to move on to working smarter technique number 2. I will get to everything you type in the chat box, but not yet. All right, so this is number 2, technique number 2, working smarter technique number 2 is a goal without a plan is just a wish. If you don't have a plan, you don't get stuff done. You might get some stuff done, but you won't get as much done as if you have a plan that includes what you need to do and how long it's going to take to do it. Having a plan will help you do a bunch of things. Number 1, you got to know what your most important tasks are for today. If you don't know what the 3 most important things to accomplish today are, you're going to waste part of your day. Because you're going to waste part of your day just figuring out what's important, whether you do it or not. A plan helps you know what needs to be finished today, what doesn't, and if you don't identify those most important tasks, you got a big problem. Then you can make an outline of your day and say what you're going to work on in each of those hours. So if I'm going to be in the office from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. or 5 p.m., I'll list 1 or 2 things per hour, and I'll talk more about my plan in the next section. But here's the thing. If you block time for all of the things that need to be done in advance and leave that where you can see it all day, big surprise, you're going to complete most, if not, if you're realistic with yourself, you should finish all of it. But if not, you'll finish most of it. Whereas if you didn't have a plan like this, you would probably complete some of it. So you'll finish more work in less time if you have a plan, and that's part of leg 2, managing your activities within time. You know, they say time management sometimes, but I don't believe there is such a thing. Time management, you can't manage time. Time is constant. It runs at 1,440 minutes every day. Every day has 1,440 minutes, and you can't manage that. What you can manage is the way you use that time. And that's an important differentiation. You can manage the way you use time, but you can't manage time. If you waste it, it's gone and you don't get it back. There's no do-overs on time. All right, so check this out. This was my last year. Guy Kawasaki, I asked him to read my book, and if he would, give me a quote for the back cover, and that's what he said. It's no coincidence that the day after I read this book, I started working on my next book. I'll finish my book because of Bob's book. Guy Kawasaki, chief evangelist of Canva and Mercedes-Benz, brand ambassador, former Apple evangelist, all-around nice guy. And he likes my book, and he is more productive because of it, and you could be too. So this stuff really works. I want you to download my free productivity planning worksheet. I call it Super Plan. But I don't want you to leave yet, so I'm not going to tell you where to download it from until the very end of the workshop. All right? Now I have another question for you. Are you going to try making a plan? Or do you make a plan already? Type yes or no. If you plan, yes or no. All right? And when you're done, I want to move on to number 3, the third working smarter technique, which is called the Pomodoro technique. And it's a little dance that goes kind of like this. All right? So here's some quotes for you. The hardest part of writing is keeping your ass in the chair. Wallace Stegner, American novelist. The secret to writing a screenplay is keeping your ass in the chair. Oliver Stone, Academy Award-winning or nominated film director. The secret to getting stuff done is keeping your ass in the chair. And that was me. You might notice a theme here, and that theme is that if you're not in the chair, you're not getting stuff done, and if you're not getting stuff done, then you're not being productive. So here's the thing. One way to keep your ass in the chair and stay focused on one task is to use the Pomodoro technique. And here's how it works. For the Pomodoro technique, you set a timer, any timer, doesn't matter. You don't have to have anything fancy. You could have a kitchen timer. But you set it for 25 minutes, and you do one thing and one thing only for 25 minutes. You do not switch into mail to check to see if you got any mail. You don't look at messages. You don't go to Facebook. You work on the one thing and one thing only. And if you don't, you have to set your timer back to 0 and start over. So it's in your best interest to do 25 minutes of the same thing, focused work on one thing. I use a free app on the Mac called ZoneBox. It used to be $5, but now it's free. I really like it because it does two things, okay? First, it shows me visually how far along I am in my 25-minute Pomodoro session. So in this case, there's purple lines here. I've got arrows. See the purple? Both in the menu bar and in the window itself. And that tells me I'm halfway through my 25-minute session, 13 minutes. And that's the other thing is there are the numbers, 13 minutes, it says up there in the menu bar and in the window, telling me that I have worked for 12 minutes now, I have 13 left. And I have to know that. With my ADD, if I don't know that, I would get up and go look for a way to find that. How much time is left? And then I wouldn't be working. This makes it so I don't have to think about anything except what I'm doing and how many more minutes I have to do it for. And I promise you, if you start doing this, you will waste less time guaranteed. Now, you see that tomato thing? Well, Pomodoro is the Italian word for tomato. And that's the guy that invented it used a kitchen timer like that to time his 25-minute sessions. So you do 25 minutes, you take a short break, 25 minutes more. I like to do something different each 25 minutes, or I like to do no more than 2 sessions in a row of the same thing so that I don't get too burnt out on it. So I will arrange my day. If I have something that's going to take 3 hours, I'll do 2 Pomodoros of it in the morning and then 3 in the afternoon and an optional 4th one later in the day if I need it. But I break them up and spread them out so that I get everything done that needs to be done. And at the end of 25 minutes, I usually stop and take my break because after 25 minutes, your focus starts to waver, or mine does at least. All right, so Pomodoros work on leg 3. They help you banish procrastination forever. They help you keep your ass in the chair. And you know, the combination of time blocking and Pomodoros, the combination of having a plan and using the Pomodoro technique with that. This guy took my course and basically said he was stuck in the past, never challenged the way he thought about getting work done on his Mac. The course allowed him to do just that, and as a result, he feels like he has a new lease on life. He's more productive, effective, and he's fallen in love with his Mac again. There's a wealth of material here for all skill levels. I strongly urge you to give it a go. Well done, Bob. I just love reading stuff like that, not because it's going to sell more, but because it's going to help other people make the decision to do this. It took me 20 years to figure out all of the things that I do that help me do more work in less time. And you can have them all in, however long it takes you to read my ebook or take my 10-hour online course. The question really is, are you ready? Are you ready to be a raging thunder lizard of productivity? I have one more question for you. I want you to type it in the chat box. Why are you here today? What's the deal? What are you looking for? Are you as efficient as you'd like to be when you use your Mac? Would you like to spend less time working and more time doing other things that you like to do? Are you ready to get rid of procrastination and not have it take a chunk out of your day every day? And the big question is, don't you want to be a raging thunder lizard of productivity? All right, so by now you're probably wondering, how can I get those results? And the answer is, there are really 2 ways. You can keep doing what you're doing and do things the older, slow way, be frustrated, lack results, or you can do it the fast way by working smarter, and I'd like to introduce you to the fast way, working smarter for Mac users. All right, it's my solution that I created. It's an online course, and it's an ebook. And in both of them, I show Mac users how to do more work in less time so they have more time for things they love. It covers all 3 parts. Who is it for? Well, I really believe it's for any Mac user at any skill level. Remember, I've written dozens of For Dummies books, and I know how to write clearly and concisely without jargon. If you think you could be doing more work in less time when you're at your Mac, you almost certainly can. Let me show you how. Here's how I can help you, okay? Number one, the online course is 73 short lessons. They're less than 10 minutes each. Most of them are under 5 minutes each, and they're broken into 3 parts, which should by now be familiar with you. You've got improve your efficiency, manage your activities, banish procrastination, and here are lesson breakdowns, 26, 22, and 23 lessons respectively. It's about 10 hours total. I want you to know a lot of times you take these courses and they're either poorly presented, poorly produced, or have crappy audio or whatever, or the host rambles. I want you to know that I wrote, produced, and edited every one of these lessons, and as far as I know, everything is pristine. I went to great lengths to give you very professional quality video in every lesson, and I've had no complaints in over a year. But I wrote, produced, and edited everything. It's me. You're not getting a bunch of watered down stuff presented by anonymous people. I present every lesson myself, and in 9 hours or 10 hours, I can teach you every trick I've ever learned for being more efficient at your Mac, managing your activities in time better, and avoiding procrastination completely. The lessons are optimized for desktop and mobile. You can watch them on any device. I've watched lessons on my iPhone, my iPad, my Mac. They play well with all your devices. Anything that has a web browser will play these. And also, in a lot of these courses, the instructor isn't the person that answers your questions. One of their minions do it. And, the way our courses work, there's a discussion board for each lesson. So when you have a question, you pop in the discussion room for that lesson and post it, and I'll be there to answer it, usually the same day, and a lot of times within a couple hours, because really, this is what I do. And it'll be me doing the answering. It's not going to be one of my minions. How do you know? I don't have any minions. I'm a solopreneur. I'm the only one here. When you want tech support, you're working with me. When you raise your hand, I answer your questions. So here's the thing. The course normally sells for $4.99. 10 hours for $4.99. But because you're attending my workshop and because that makes you very special to me, you took the time out to listen to this pitch, and I'm going to give you the best deal I give on to any group ever, and that is 60% off my list price of $4.99, which means you will pay just $1.99. That's right, 60% off, $1.99. It's my way of thanking you for taking the time to attend my workshop, but don't delay. This is a one-time offer, and it expires at midnight on Sunday. Okay? So, don't delay. It expires on Sunday, and while there will be a replay, the replay won't include the offer. So let me wrap things up for you. If you spend too much time chasing rabbits, if you go chasing rabbits. Okay, you don't want to hear me sing Jefferson Airplane songs. If you spend too much time chasing rabbits, if you procrastinate when you know you should be working, regardless of what your rabbit hole looks like, whether it's Facebook, eBay, Etsy, tabloid websites, or even, God forbid, cat videos on YouTube. You'll do more work in less time, and I guarantee it, by working smarter. So here's the thing. I stand behind everything I sell. Has a 30-day money-back guarantee, 100%. If it doesn't help you do more work in less time, I will cheerfully refund your money. I'm happy to say I haven't had to do that for anyone yet. But just think about this, okay? Imagine finishing all of your work before dinner time, or certainly before sundown, every single day, so that you can put on funny glasses and lounge in the hot tub before the sun even goes down. I know it makes me feel awesome to be done with work by 4 or 5 or 6 o'clock instead of 11 or 12. You got nothing to lose and so much to gain. So now here's what happens when you enroll. You'll get a welcome email almost immediately with login instructions, and then you can dive right in. I suggest you start with the introduction and the prelude. They both set the stage for everything to come and give you the backstory. Or if you're just eager to start learning how to do this stuff, dive into the first lesson. The whole course is always available to you all at once. You can binge watch or binge learn or whatever it is you call it, or watch one at a time for 73 days. Do whatever suits you, but I recommend that you try to get it finished as fast as you can so you can begin putting the full array of Working Smarter techniques to work for you as soon as possible. You're going to get a weekly reminder for as long as you have unwatched lessons. And, oh yeah, I have to tell you how to do it. So to save 60%, enroll today and use coupon code, what is it, Save 60. Save 60. I'm going to paste the URL into the chat now. So that you guys can, let's see, where did my folder go? Oh, there it is. And here's the course URL coming up. And, all right, back to our regularly scheduled show. All right, so there you have it. You can sign up at that URL. Use the coupon code SAVE60. And well, what happened? There's more slides, aren't there? Huh. 1 second here. We've got a malfunction. Yeah, so there we are. Going back to coupon code. There we go. Do we have any questions? If you've got questions, type them in the chat box. You've got nothing to lose, but countless hours to gain. And for those of you who might still be on the fence, if you're still on the fence, please let me know why in the chat box. I'll do my best to address your concerns right here and right now. Remember, the special offer, 60% off, expires Sunday at midnight, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk. No risk. Offer expires Sunday at midnight. So start working smarter today. Isn't it about time you did something about all that time you waste every day? Just start working smarter today. You won't be sorry. Let me turn you into a raging thunder lizard of productivity. Let me help you become one. There is one last thing. I did promise I would tell you where you could download your super plan productivity worksheet, and here it is. All right. I will paste that into the chat in a moment, but first, here are the thrilling closing credits with a score by Dr. Mac and his All Garage Band Band. And that is the end, at least for now. Tune in next week for another thrilling installment of the Working Smarter for Mac Users Workshop. All right, now I'm coming back on screen to answer your questions. Do we have any questions? Easy is good. Yeah. Bug after bug after bug. Well, no big questions there. So, well, thank you for attending, all of you out there in workshop land. Thank you, Dwayne, everybody else out there. All right. And I think that's a wrap. Yep. All right. Well, we'll see you all next time. Stay tuned. I'll be back.